Hello people, welcome in another video. As you can see in the title, today a whole video dedicated to my Invisalign slash eyeliners that I have been wearing for way too long. So in this video I will tell you everything from the results to how I felt, am I recommending this or not, and obviously before and after, as well as the price I paid. So if you're interested, let's do it. Long story short, I used to wear braces when I was a teenager. I think I was like 13 at the time, and my teeth at that time were not bad. I was just really into wearing braces because everyone was wearing braces and I wanted to be a part of the team of, you know, metal braces and then the colorful gums that you can change every few months. And so I did for 2 years, and after I take the braces out, my teeth were really straight. But I feel like it was back in the day where like your dentist just put the metal braces on, take the braces out when your teeth were okay, and then just leave you be, you know? No one ever informed me that I need to wear some aligners for the night, so my teeth are not going to go in like different direction. And also my wisdom tooth grown, the one and then the other, and then my teeth started to go crazy, and at some point they look like this. And obviously it wasn't really bad, you know, when you think about it, but for me, I have a thing for teeth. And at the beginning of 2020, I started to look at the Invisalign and aligners, and I was like, this looks really cool. And I went for a consultation to the dentist next to my home, and she said that because of my bite, it's okay. I will probably need to wear the aligners only for around 6 to maximum 8 months, which I was like, that sounds good, you know, but obviously it was extremely expensive. But the whole, let's say, like procedure looked really pain-free and problem-free because they are invisible, no one can see them. I will just wear them for a day and it will all be fine and my teeth will be straight. So I started to save money. I saved money for 6 or 8 months, and then I decided that, okay, I'm gonna go for it. At first, I really wanted to only do the apple arch, but obviously she kind of convinced me to do both, which still I don't know if it was a good decision because my lower arch was pretty fine, but she said that it would just make more sense. So I did. I paid all the money and then I started my Invisalign journey. At first, I got, I think, 14 or 16 aligners. Obviously, she only gave me, I think, 3 packages that I supposed to wear for around 10 days to 2 weeks, depending on how often I will wear the aligners. And my assignment was to wear them for, be careful, 22 hours a day. So I only had 2 hours to eat, drink, or do anything else with my mouth. Which I found extremely exhausting. After 1 week, I was like, okay, this is very difficult to do. But I was like, okay, I pay for it, I'm going to do it. So I was walking with my toothbrush everywhere I could go. And I remember that I work in a restaurant at the time and we only had like 20 minutes to eat during my shift, and at this 20 minutes I have to like eat this like super hot food super quickly, and then I had to go and brush my teeth and brush the aligners and wear them again. And obviously there was no space for me having anything else than water during the day, and I used to be a coffee drinker as well, so I found it extremely difficult to have my coffee in the morning because I cannot have a coffee in 5 minutes, you know, or 10 minutes. I like to enjoy my coffee. And then when I started to like see friends and going out to restaurants, it was a pain in the ass, honestly, to just take it out, brush my teeth, do all of this. And you know, sometimes when you just wanted to have a coffee out or an ice cream, for example, or any sort of snack, you have to do it like on the street in front of other people, or you have to go to a public bathroom and brush your teeth there. But like sometimes the bathrooms are just not suitable for brushing your teeth, so then you don't, and then you feel like a failure because you have not wearing your aligners for long enough. But I was super dedicated. I was doing it for the first, I think, for the first 5 or 6 months. I was like super into it, and then I started to see that the newer aligner I'm putting in, they are not fitting well, and you know, like the more I go, the more they didn't fit me. And also at the very beginning, you can see the video here, my teeth turned yellow and I was oh my god, I was panicking so much because when you're wearing aligners, it's not like you have your regular teeth. You have this sort of like an invisible but kind of visible, sort of like a, I don't know how you call, like a very hard gel, and you got a little like bumps on your teeth as well. So when you put the aligners fit well. And I didn't know about that obviously before I decided that I'm going to do this. But basically when you're not wearing aligners, it's clearly that you have some strange things on your teeth. And I think it was on my first week, I brushed my teeth, I used the mouthwash, and everything turned yellow. Everything you eat can change the color of either the thing you have on your teeth or the aligners. So the more coffee you drink, the more, you know, tomatoes you eat, curries, everything will have an impact on how your aligners are looking like. And even obviously it's not nice when you want to smile and you have this kind of like yellowish, brownish aligners, but it happens sometimes. Obviously there are some tablets that you can put in a cup and then you can put the aligners in, and it will help a little bit, but long term it's not an easy ride. Believe me, it's not the easiest. And and as I said, after this 6 or 8 months, I went to my dentist and I was like, hey, I think something is not working. And then she started to say like, oh, maybe it's because you're not wearing it enough. And I'm like, hey, I'm actually wearing it as much as I can. Like, I'm wearing it for at least 21 hours a day, so that's impossible. And instead of wearing it for 10 days, I remember I used to wear them for 2 weeks just to make sure that everything is working. And then she realized that she didn't give me this little thing. And this thing, basically, when you change your aligners for a new one, you're supposed to bite for like a good few minutes just to make sure that everything started to fit in, which I was not given for my first 6 or 8 months of treatment. I don't remember. And also she didn't, because, okay, so I know I'm like so confused, but there's so much I wanted to say. So basically, when you start your journey with aligners, usually they need to strip your teeth. So they taking this little like a nail polish that it's made out of metal, and they stripping each space between your teeth, so then your teeth becoming a bit smaller, the space is bigger, so then your teeth has space to move and change. And that was also extremely painful, and I remember I was bleeding a lot. And she did it once, but apparently she didn't do it enough, so basically my teeth didn't have enough space to move. That's why they didn't move. So after the consultation, I was like, hey, I paid so much for this is not working, I'm doing everything I can, what we can do. And she, because and I felt like, because she felt like it might be her fault, she gave me another 6 to 8 months of treatment for free, which was really nice, because I was like, okay, if this is going to stay like this, I don't want it, you know. Like, I refuse. And I remember I was a bit like, oh my god, like I have to do this all over again, and I am already so tired and I don't want to do this anymore. And in between of my treatment, obviously there was a pandemic, so it was very difficult to see my doctor or have a consultation. It was just general pain, I would say. But after I was given the new aligners, I decided that I have to do it in my own path and in my own time, because wearing this for 22 hours a day for another year, it's going to be impossible. And I also want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy a snack, enjoy an ice cream, enjoy any, I don't know, like orange juice if I like to. And so I decided to wear them less and less, but for a longer period of time. And I'm not recommending this because, like, don't listen to me, I'm not a dentist, and according to my dentist this shouldn't supposed to work, and she was surprised that it did. So for the next, and instead of wearing them for 6 months, I wear them for a year almost, but instead of wearing them for whole day and night, usually I was wearing them only for the night, to be honest. And somehow my teeth now are super straight, and I am over with wearing aligners, and I am extremely happy. And honestly, I cannot be happier, because if you were never wearing aligners, you will never understand how it feels. I understand that if you're wearing them for 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, this is totally bearable and you can totally do it. But I remember when I heard that, okay, like it's been a year and then I have to have another year on top, I was like, okay, that doesn't make sense. If I knew, I would probably go for just a regular metal braces, to be honest, because A, it's cheaper, and B, it's just so much easier because they're putting it on your teeth and you don't have to do anything. You're just going for your appointments every few weeks and that's it. Whereas like with aligners, you have this pressure on you because basically the way it's going to look like, it very depends on you and like how often and how often and for how long you're wearing your aligners. And also if you want to change the aligners, you also need to see if the new aligner is fitting or not. So you feel like a mini dentist and you pay, and it's so expensive, like it's so much more expensive than regular braces. But as you can see, I'm already done with my journey. I took my aligners 3 weeks ago and I am extremely happy. I feel like that was one of the happiest days of this year, to be honest. And I am really happy from the results. I love my teeth. I feel like they are super straight, super beautiful. I am obsessed with them. There is like a little thing here that I would say it's not perfect, but my dentist say it's totally fine, so let's keep it that way. Honestly, I don't have energy to wear more liners. And this is what basically you are getting. So this is this whole bag, and inside you have plenty of aligners. This is my name. You have a number of aligners, how many you have given, and then you can keep your aligners here. I have a lot of aligners here, honestly. I think I got like in the end, I think I got like 30 or 40 aligners, which is way more than I anticipated. And currently, because I finished my treatment, I got these aligners for the night, and they are a little bit different than the regular aligners because I don't have any of those like bumps or whatever you call it, like any of those like thing on my teeth anymore. They are polished, they're straight, they're nice, but I'm wearing this thing for the night that I will be wearing for the rest of my life. But honestly, I don't mind because now I've been wearing these aligners for the night for 2 years, and sleeping without them feels strange and feels naked. So this kind of gives me this comfort of sleeping, and I feel like I cannot fall asleep without them. But they are much bigger and much like harder than the regular aligners, and at first I was like, oh my god, I almost gagged when I wore them the first time, but now I'm okay with it. So this is what I'm going to wear for the rest of my life, literally. Obviously not that one, because you have to change them once in a while because they also getting stained. They can get like, just gross after wearing them for so long. Even though you brush it every night, it's just gross, so I will probably change it in few months or a year. It depends on my finances probably. And what was also included in my treatment was whitening my teeth. But because my teeth during this whole process and in general are very sensitive, and during this whole process they got even more sensitive because I couldn't use mouthwash. Now I have been given a special toothbrush that has like so much more fluoride than a regular toothpaste. I feel like regular, I don't know how much is regular, but mine is like 5,000, which is at least 2 or 3 times more than regular toothbrushes. So I'm brushing my teeth with this for, I feel like I have one more left, so let's say for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And after that I will start my whitening. Basically she gave me this gel that I will be putting around the these aligners that I'm wearing for the night, and after a few weeks my teeth are supposed to get much whiter. But I feel like they are quite okay even now, so I'm kind of cannot wait to see how they're going to look after the whitening. But for now I have to take care of them. I'm just very happy that this journey is almost over. I will obviously do another video about the whitening, how it works, if it was painful or not. But when it comes to the pain, I would say aligners are not that painful when you're wearing your first aligners. So when you change them, let's say like every 2 weeks to 3 weeks in my case, it can be a bit painful for the first night or 2 even, but then your teeth are getting used to it, so it's not it's not painful. But what's painful is stripping your teeth, and I had this for, I think, way too many times. I feel like 4 or 5 times or even more. But yeah, overall I'm pretty happy when it comes to the price. The aligners cost me £2,000 for only the upper arch only, and the lower arch was 1,500. So in total it was 3,500 plus some extra costs that I paid for like cleaning my teeth and some other things that I had to do with my teeth. So I would say like it was a bit less than £4,000. And remember that I paid for this in 2020, and now the prices have gone up massively, so probably now it will be even more expensive. So honestly, if you're having a minor things with your teeth and you want to have a braces, or you're thinking about aligners, I would recommend having braces if you're not very patient. If you're a patient person and you have money to pay, aligners are great, but honestly I am not sure if they are worth the hassle. So I don't think I will do this again. I don't think I super extra recommend this, but it's obviously it's good. It's way less visible, but it's, you know, it depends what kind of person you are, how much money you have, how much time you have, what kind of work you do, like all of this stuff, what kind of even lifestyle you have. Because if you're going out a lot, then it's going to be painful, because you will not be able to have drinks or wine or even juices or a lot of food out, because it's just impossible sometimes. So yeah, that was all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other question, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm happy to answer them, or DM me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching again, and also let me know if you ever had aligners, or maybe you're thinking about having aligners. Bye!